here from Practically Free Porsche, and I've got some news. I've actually gone and bought myself a Porsche Boxster 987.2 2.9, and here it is. It's a 2010 model. You can see its car's red. It's got the Carrera Sport alloys, 19-inch, and a couple of nice options. Even though it's the Boxster base, it's got the wee chrome twin tailpiece there. So, why have I gone and done this? Well, the quick story is, after writing my Porsche Boxster book and discussing how I enjoyed my old Boxster S and driving it through the camp season like we are now, and driving it through Glencoe and all these places, I got a bit nostalgic, and I thought, you know what, I'm actually really missing my old Boxster. And I thought, oh man, I'd love another one. But I wasn't quite sure if I was going to buy one or not, and I thought about it for a while on and off, and I thought if I was going to buy one, which one would I go for? And like I've said in the book, the 987 for me is a sweet spot for various reasons. It's the last of the hydraulic steering. It's for me, it still feels fairly analogue before the car's got a little bit more digital after that. And it's just an all-round nice package, and you know, it's got so many things going for it, and I love the look of it and the feel of it, and I just thought, you know, you only live once, why not just take a bit of my own advice and then just go for the car that you really want. So that's what I did. I bought it. I went into full searching mode, and I wanted a manual car. Just do the inside of me. Let's take a look around. I'll let you know what I was thinking at the time. I was thinking, you know, what's my budget and what will that get me? So my budget that I had, about £20,000 to £25,000, that would buy me a nice 987.2, a late one, or perhaps a 981 as well. That was a possibility within budget. We'll just go back to the car again. So, you know, it was going to be a case of what came up first, you know, when I was looking. And there's car pass here. Let the car pass before I continue. It was really going to be a case of what came up first, a 981 or a 987. And as I always say, mileage wasn't too important. Condition and history absolutely was crucial. So I did the usual. I was on in my searching mode, searched online, searched all the forums, looked around the various groups. A couple of cars came up that were possibilities, but I didn't pursue them. Most of the 981s were PDK, and that's fine. PDK is great, but personal choice, I prefer a manual gear stick myself, in a sports car at least. So this one came up for sale, low miles, one owner, full Porsche service history. It came with some nice options, including quite a rare factory hardtop with a stand as well, and also came with a spare set of brand new alloys with new winter tyres. So the service history was impeccable. Like I say, it's all Porsche. Porsche Glasgow have maintained it. One owner. It's just it's quite a unique car, I think, and it's quite a find. So I spotted it, went out and seen the guy, spoke to him, did a deal, and picked it up the following night and drove it home. You might be wondering to yourself, what have I done with my 993? Well, I've still got it. Funny thing, my partner said to me when I told her about the Boxster, she said, so when are you selling the 993 then? And I was like, well, I'm going to keep it, right? So, but that's another video. So anyway, let's go back to the car and we'll just hop in. Again, it's just these interiors, they're so lovely actually. So, you know, just sit down here, like see what it looks like from the driving position. As you can see, it's all well laid out. Everything's nice, and it's all in great condition. But I'll just start it. I'll let you hear it. How it starts. Turn that off. Clutch in. Right. got a nice little sound from it. The Boxster's quite distinct. The exhaust note's quite distinct in the Boxster. Quite raspy a wee bit. Typical Porsche flat six sound. So to open the boot or the trunk, what you do is you go down here. There's the boot. There's quite a bit of space here. Got a little pair of PJs, Thomas PJs. There's quite a lot of space here. You know, it's not a bad size. You can get some bags in there, or some shopping, whatever. And to open the trunk, again, you just do this, and it goes. That's a wee bit fiddly under here. Right, and that's the front trunk. So again, it's quite deep. I've got some polish and some stuff in there and some oil. Again, it's all in fairly good condition. It all is quite new. Loads of room in there. Again, Porsches are fairly practical. You know, you can get weekend stuff in there, or quite a lot of shopping, like I say. Let's take another walk round. You can hear it again. I've got to say, I've had the car for a couple of months now, actually. And I really do love it now. Actually, I don't know what's going to happen long term. My intention was just to buy it, go for some road trips, maybe up north to Skye and Glencoe and the Highlands and beyond, and just to see how it all plays out. You know, I may keep it long term, or I may not. We'll see how I feel at the time. But right now, I've got to say, I'm really loving the car. I'm really loving how it drives. It's it's such a joy. I'm going to turn that off. I gave it a little polish fairly recently, and you can tell that the paintwork's it's in good condition. It's got this personalised plate that came with the car. I didn't put it on, and I've just not got around to putting the other plates on it yet. But you can see for yourself, it's a lovely machine. A Boxster, like I've said before, a Boxster is a fantastic Porsche, a first Porsche purchase. If you're looking to enter into the world of Porsche, as it were, and to buy your first car, a Boxster is probably a really good contender for you, for lots of reasons. They're generally very reliable cars. This one in particular, a 2010 model, the 2.9 engine, it's got 251 brake, and it's got a 6-speed gearbox. There's no real engine reliability issues with this model of car. Some previous Boxsters suffered from a couple of things. I'll let this car go past. Previous Boxsters suffered from, you know, things like the intermediate shaft bearing. It's quite a common one on pre-sort of 2006 Boxsters. That was quite a kind of no, I don't know how common it actually was. Some people say 5%, some people say a little bit less, but it was a design flaw in them, and it was a fairly catastrophic. Well, it was catastrophic if it went wrong, an engine rebuild case. These cars don't have an IMS bearing, and this particular model of car isn't known to suffer from bore scoring, which is another kind of common thing as well with some Boxsters. So it's a fairly safe bet in terms of reliability. It's got other, you know, like any car at this age, it's going to have things like age-related wear and tear on the suspension components, on the exhaust components, things like that. The Boxsters are known for having their water pumps go. It's a common thing, even, you know, throughout all Boxsters. And another thing is the gear linkage and gear cables can sometimes be a bit fragile. But, you know, that aside, there's not an awful lot of things that do go wrong with them. Servicing can be expensive, but if you go to an independent garage, then it can be reasonable. Running them is I would say if you put aside about £1,000, say £1,500 a year, just to run these cars and expect to spend it, you'd probably be hard pushed to spend that a lot of the time, because often they don't require that anything spent on them. Tyres, these tyres will probably cost you the best part of, I don't know, maybe 200 quid, 250 quid for good tyres. A clutch under £1,000 thereabouts, an independent. So it's not, for a pretty high-end sports car, they're not overly expensive to maintain. And a fantastic Porsche purchase, be it your first Porsche, or, and like me, if it's a second Porsche or a second car or whatever it is, just to play about in the weekends. This is the one. It really is. I mean, it's probably the one of the for the money. I think it's hard to beat, to be honest. So anyway, enough about that. Why don't we hop in and go for a spin, and we can see how it drives. The first thing you notice in a Boxster is just how comfortable it is. The seat is so comfortable, and you come in and it's quite a compact place to be, and you get a feeling as if everything's well made and well engineered. Everything's got a nice kind of quality feel to it. Not quite the same over-engineered feel that you get in the air-cooled 911s, but there's no point in comparing a Boxster to an air-cooled 911 because they're so different kind of animals, But like I say, well made. The steering feels precise, really precise. In fact, that's one of the main ways to describe a Boxster, I would say. Any Boxster is that it's a precision car. It's not it's so precise in its feel and drive that's the kind of main thing about it. You can pinpoint it, you can put it anywhere on the road that you want with security and feel comfortable doing it. A Boxster is so easy to drive fast for that reason. Anyone, even if they're not an experienced driver, I think anyone could probably hop into a Boxster and within 5-10 minutes you would get the measure of the car and how it feels, how it handles. And it gives you confidence to kind of push on and drive it fast if you want to. But you don't have to drive it fast to have fun in it. The pedals feel quite soft in comparison to a lot of other cars, I think. But that said, they still feel, they've got a lot of feel in them. I wouldn't say they're too soft, but they're a wee bit soft. But I guess most modern cars are kind of like that. They still feel good. There's plenty of feel in the brake, and the accelerator feels quite it's got a nice feel to it. The suspension is pretty supple. We're on quite a bumpy, bad surface road here, and it's just soaking up the bumps pretty easily. And the ride's fairly soft, but firm enough in this Boxster. Just like this. Cyclist past here. So we're on a windy road here. We're going on a wee drive up to the Campsie Fells, just outside Glasgow. One of my favourite drives. I thought I'd come here and just have a wee drive around and discuss how this car drives. So obviously when driving any Porsche sports car, you want to be driving it for a good half hour or so, under 3,000 revs until the oil kind of warms up to temperature. After that you can give it some if you want to. I've kept the roof up at the start of this chat just so you can see and hear how it feels. It's a wee bit of tyre roar in this cabin, and it's not, there's a wee bit of noise, but it's not too much to worry about. When I put the roof down, the camera is going to go up and down because the windows lower themselves and go back up again when the roof's fully down. So you'll see the camera move a little bit. Again, this is a good road to try the Boxster. Some sweeping bends and some fast bits. The Boxster, I always say the Boxster isn't blisteringly quick in a straight line. It's fast enough, for me anyway. Certainly fast enough in real terms for me on the road. Any faster and you're kind of risking your licence, I would say. I would say the Boxster's real party piece isn't in its straight line acceleration, it's in the way that it handles corners. It can take corners like no other car that I've been in, and that includes 911s and various other sports cars. They're there's something about the way the Boxster handles the corners. It's pretty unique, you know, and it's quite amazing actually, and it's very fast in corners if you want it to be. So on the track, anything that you lose in a straight line, I'm pretty sure you'll make up on the corners. You get that kind of a hill here still, so you can hear the kind of the dual nature of the engine as it goes past 3,000 revs. I'll do that again actually. That was quite pleasant. That's one of the things I love about Porsches is they can be people around town and go to the shops know that I'll do the school run. But if you open up the gas a wee bit, the character changes a wee bit, you know, and you get more of a kind of race car feel. That's nice. Wow, yeah. I don't know how much of that you heard, but it's a standard exhaust. And hearing that flat six engine though is just it's something that never gets old, you know. You know, this car has got it's a standard stereo system on it, which to me doesn't really matter because I don't often listen to the radio anyway. It's not something that would bother me. Having a really good stereo. My previous Boxster had the Bose kit and all the rest of it, which was pleasant enough, but for me I don't really listen to it. I prefer listening to the engine, which maybe sounds a bit weird, but that's just what I prefer doing. Having said that, I was in a Boxster 981 pretty recently, and that had a standard stereo as well. And I've got to say that sounded really quite bad. It was tinny and had no bass. It just sounded terrible. So something to think about if you're looking for a 981 Boxster. The one after this is the standard stereo. On that one was really bad. But everything else in here is good in comparison. It's got no options missing that I would like. It's just a nice place to be, and it drives really well. So you know, I'll be quiet now. You can hear the engine again on this windy road. You know, again, that's just the way that it drives is something else. The way that it stops as well. Powerful brakes. Again, the steering. It's just something else, really. The gearing on all modern Porsches is quite long, I think. You know, it's, but it suits the car as well, I suppose. They've got to cater for all different audiences, doing different kind of driving styles. A bit long gearing, but not a big deal for me. I'm going to pull in here. See quite a bit of road. So yeah, the drive is really, it's so unique actually. Nice solid feel, mid-engined, feels well balanced. Again, hard to get out of shape, not overly fast, but it doesn't matter. On the straights, fast enough, but you know, if you want to kind of make up the speed in the bends, I'm sure you could do. But the takeaway for the drive is just how secure and well made and how nice everything is. It's a Porsche Boxster, you know, it's hard to beat. So I hope you've enjoyed this wee video. If there's any comments or anything like that below, just drop them below and I'll do my best to answer them in the coming weeks and months. If you're interested in reading a bit more about Boxsters and my journey, my personal journey, have a look at my Porsche book, Porsche Boxster, the practically free supercar. It's got some really good reviews. It's been well received by the Porsche community and obviously the online forums, including Facebook, the practically free Porsche Facebook group. It's a free group. If you want to come along and join that and chat to like-minded Porsche guys, there's a lot of good knowledge and experience on there. A lot of good photos as well. Feel free to jump on that. Like I say, thanks for watching. Until the next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers guys. bit more, it feels a bit faster somehow with the roof down, I think. But it's lovely, you know, you feel a bit more connected to the environment around you, and you know, you get to feel the wind in your hair. Or if you've not got a lot of hair like me, you get to feel the wind in your scalp, I should say. But that's one of the best bits about a Boxster, just putting that roof down like that, as quick as that, and you know, it makes everything such a joy. I'm going to pull in here, see quite a bit of road. So yeah, the drive is really, it's so unique actually. Nice solid feel, mid-engined, feels well balanced. Again, hard to get out of shape, not overly fast, but it doesn't matter. On the straights, fast enough, but you know, if you want to kind of make up the speed in the bends, I'm sure you could do. But the takeaway for the drive is just how secure and well made and how nice everything is. It's a Porsche Boxster, you know, it's hard to beat. So I hope you've enjoyed this wee video. If there's any comments or anything like that below, just drop them below, and I'll do my best to answer them in the coming weeks and months. If you're interested in reading a bit more about Boxsters and my journey, my personal journey, have a look at my Porsche book reviews. It's been well received by the Porsche community, and obviously the online forums, including Facebook. The Practically Free Porsche Facebook group. It's a free group. If you want to come along and join that and chat to like-minded Porsche guys, there's a lot of good knowledge and experience on there. A lot of good photos as well. Feel free to jump on that. Like I say, thanks for watching. Until the next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers guys.